Welcome Nana to you all to the class, social class. Of course, last class of the week. First of all, let me appreciate T6 students who scored 6 10 by 10s, that is 10 out of 10 in previous exam. Like Cyril Andial and so on, 6 are there. If it is possible to the other class, I'll give the details. Mr. Nagarjuna and Rishik, don't rewrite the exam. Whatever you write, write after thinking, and then that's all. Don't write it twice the exam. More. In F5, Mr. Y. And in T5, Mr. Y. T7, Uganda. Take care. We are working on your mobile number. Any such idiotism, if it is displayed in the coming exam, surely your validity in the institution enrollment will be checked once. However, you can be such irresponsible? Don't you have a common sense? When you can't write even Mr. Y got something around 3, I think, out of 10. That shame enough you. And even if in T7, the 4 got 10. But coming to the T5, only 3 got 10 marks. So this is the area where we are able to understand as 6 and 7 students are taking the things in a right way, whereas very few in T5 are taking the things in the right way. Got it? So, if more evaluation is going on, after getting the details, soon it will be communicated. I think your parents might have got the marks, but evaluation of the student, what he is doing, how he is doing, will be doing that right within a couple of days. More. We are going to class. Yesterday, we came across. Is it audible enough for you all? Visible and audible to you all? Is it visible? Thank you. You gave a positive response. It is visible and audible. Yeah, and one more small hint, Nana. One girl by name, what I say, Maitri. She never mentions her section. Yesterday also I mentioned very by name herself. That don't just say I'm Maitri. What section you are, you mentioned first thing. And yesterday in class on itself I said, Nana, notes which is given to you, it will be consisting keywords. It will be consisting. You need to improve your learning activity also. So if you are thorough in the notes, you are getting thorough in that improve your learning keywords, and also any additional information given by the teacher in the class. For example, glacier is there. Tomorrow you are going to get the notes. Lambert is the largest glacier in the world, which exists in Antarctica. So, such information, what is relevant to the topic and which will be useful for you in future competitive exams or any GK, this one will be given along with the notes only. So keep it in mind. Again, she asked after class, I said very clearly in the class, it will consist of all things. If you write the notes perfectly, it's enough. According to the given thing, if you write the notes, it's enough. And whenever it is asked for some map pointing work, you do that work and paste it next to in the next page. Over. No special keywords. You check first chapter, every keyword is there in your notes. That means you are not following the class. If you don't know that, fellows who ask you, they are not following the class, they are not writing the notes. So, if you have any doubts on it, you can use my personal contact for clarification of subject doubts. These things I am making you very clear. Without giving any notes, no exam will be conducted in any part, any topic. And once notes is given, keywords will be there. You need to improve your learning will be there. Improve your learning and keywords are revised also after completion of the lesson. After completion of lesson, we are revising them also. So please stop this sort of, sir, please, say me, and English, very bad English. Usage of English is not that good. See, you are a high school student, if you listen, a kid of class 3 or 4 of Hyderabad, some very reputed institution, what English they will be speaking, it will be tough to understand to you and respond to them if any cousin of you is there in class 4 or 5 in Hyderabad. So please, English is universal language, it's a universal medium of communication. It's a time we have to be very perfect in that language. I don't say that we have to forget Telugu. Telugu is our mother tongue and it's very essential for understanding many things. And we have to take it into consideration, national language Hindi and also international language English. So, better your English. When you ask the teacher, I am asking, good afternoon. Even I saluted you, good afternoon in the afternoon when I want to communicate with you. Good afternoon, children. Salutation is must. Sir, good afternoon, sir. I am so-and-so of this section. Sir, I am having this particular, I seek a clarification for this doubt. Right. Yesterday we stopped at some equation, RF is equal to RO plus ET. That is the equation of hydrological cycle. Hydrological cycle. Hydrological cycle. Equation is RF is equal to RO plus ET. What is this hydrological cycle? First of all, let me go into this equation later. First, let us know what is hydrological cycle. Hydro, water cycle. Hydrological cycle is nothing but water cycle. It is nothing but water cycle. What is this water cycle? Water will be moving from oceans to land. Oceans to land. You think this is the land, mountain or some hill is there, and this is the ocean. So water moving from here to this point through, there is a layer called atmosphere. Through atmosphere. Got it? Water moving from oceans to land through atmosphere is nothing but hydrological cycle or water cycle. What is a hydrological cycle or water cycle means? Water moving from oceans to land, again land to ocean. It is a cycle. I'll show what stages are getting this. It is a water is making a cycle, it is moving to atmosphere, from atmosphere coming back to from oceans, it is moving to the atmosphere, from there through atmosphere it is coming back to land, from land it is again coming back to water, forming a cycle. So a cycle can. Able to understand? So, and when it is moving, it will be changing its forms. You know, objects will have three forms: solid, liquid, and what we can call gases. When it's moving from oceans, it is changing. Liquid is changing liquid. Water is a liquid form. getting changed into gaseous form, reaching the atmosphere, converting into solid form, from there liquid form and also solid form, and from there again getting back to the land and moving into liquid form and moving into oceans. So, by changing its forms, water will be moving from oceans to the land through atmosphere. This is the source of hydrological cycle. This is the source of hydrological cycle. Able to understand? Right. Now, mathematical equation for that. RF is equal to RO plus CET. Where RF means the amount of rainfall that occurs onto the earth. RF means rainfall. RO means runoff. Plus evapotranspiration. Where evapotranspiration is equal to evaporation plus transpiration. Evaporation means the water getting converted into vapor by getting exposed to solar radiation or sun's heat. That is called evaporation. Whereas same water getting converted into gas from living beings like plants or human beings, this is called as a transpiration. So when we want to know what quantity is occurring as rainfall onto the surface of the earth, the important things to be observed is the quantity that is running off means moving from land to ocean. From the hilly terrains or mountains, whatever the water falling in the form of rainfall, occurring in the form of rainfall, is moving in streams into oceans and seas. This is runoff. This is called runoff. Runoff plus what water got evaporated from the oceans and also plants and so on. Animals, plants, so on, right? Some animal. Okay, whatever water is getting evaporated from these plants and living beings, that is also called as transpiration. Evaporation plus transpiration gives to ET. ET means evapotranspiration. Able to understand? Right. Now we will be coming across stages, different stages of hydrological cycle. What are the different stages of hydrological cycle? Let us observe. The different stages. First activity is evaporation. Next activity is transportation. Next activity is condensation. The next activity is precipitation. The next activity is runoff. And the next activity is groundwater. You see, Nana, 6 stages are there. These are 6 stages of hydrological cycle. 6 stages of hydrological cycle there. What are they? One is evaporation, transportation, condensation, and the next stage is precipitation, followed by runoff, followed by groundwater. These are the 6 stages that get involved in hydrological cycle or water cycle. Means water will be getting transported from oceans to atmosphere, from there again back to the land. So that's why we called it as renewable energy yesterday. Renewable energy, even though we use again, we get back certain quantity of it back. That's why it's called renewable energy resource. Whereas non-renewable resources, I said coal, petroleum, fossil fuels like petroleum, coal, they are, once we use, we can't get back them. They will be completed. They are called non-renewable resources. Water, solar energy, tidal power, wind power, is all come under what we can call renewable resources. Whatever the quantity you use, again we can get it back without any problem, right? So that's why they are renewable resources. Now we are going to see every stage very clearly. Yeah, ocean water. I am explaining evaporation. Ocean water gets heated up because of radiation of sun. Sun's light is coming over. As the intensity of sun's rays is more, then automatically when it is more, the more quantity of water will be getting evaporated. Water will be getting, when it exposed to the solar radiation, the intensity of solar radiation is more. This liquid form of water will be converting into gaseous form called vapor. Water getting converted into vapor, that is like this. It will be converting into vapor and moving up. It will be converted into vapor. It will be vapor will be gas. It is a gas. Vapor will be gas. So water, liquid form of water, got converted into gaseous form. And moving towards where? Gases will be existing in which layer? Gases will be existing in atmosphere. What is the layer? Gases. Where this gas, water which go, the liquid form of water existing in oceans when got exposed to sun's intensity and sun's heat or sun's radiation, it is moving to atmosphere in the form of a gas called vapor. It's called vapor. So liquid form of water getting converted into gaseous form called vapor is called evaporation. What it is called? Evaporation. So, and evaporation will be depending upon what? Solar radiation. Solar radiation. Solar radiation. Radiation is nothing but heat of the sun. Energy that comes from the sun in the form of light and heat. Able to understand? Right. Now, Yunus. What do you want, Yunus? Why did you raise your hand? Did you stop habit of sleeping and listening? Right. Take care, Yunus. You are observed a lot. Surely when physical classes will be started, every activity will be paid back in the same manner. We are observing what you people are doing. If you are uninterested, better leave. But don't disturb the children who are listening the class with interest and attention. You are not there to disturb us, and we are not going to yield. We will be registering you. Surely everything will be paid in the same point to you back when physical classes started. It's not even that campus. Mind. Right. Sorry for the inconvenience. So, water will be getting turned into vapor, gases. Naturally, will be going into atmosphere. Right. This evaporation level will be this activity of liquid form of water getting converted to gas is called converted to gas called vapor is called evaporation. It is called evaporation. Right. And this evaporation level will be depending upon whatever the quantity of heat is coming from the sun, radiation is coming from the sun. Whatever the quantity of heat is coming from the sun, it is more quantity of water will be going into the atmosphere in the form of vapor or gas. In the form of vapor or gas, more quantity will be going into the atmosphere. Right. So you all have to understand now why we get rainy season immediately after summer. This is the best example you can understand. Summer is the period or the season where more heat will be absorbed by the planet Earth. So when it is more heat coming onto the surface of the Earth, more quantity of water will be getting evaporated, or liquid water will be getting converted to gaseous vapor, and the vapor that got emerged, it will be moving into atmosphere, and from there what happens? It went to the atmosphere. Now this evaporation, I think you understood what is evaporation. Did you understand, Anna? Why rainy season occurs immediately after summer season? Did you understand? Please show your positive sign once. If you are listening in the class, okay, that is Siri. Thank you, ma'am. Right. Water vapor is reaching the atmosphere. Atmosphere is nothing but thank you, Nanda. Ashrita. Over enough now. So it is reaching there, it is moving to atmosphere. Yeah. It is moving to a layer not full of gases. Atmosphere is the gas. Gases layer. Vapor, atmosphere, Greek word means what? Atmosphere, Greek word means vapor. Got it? So the layer which is filled with that vapor is called atmosphere. Got it? So now you see now, this is which is surrounding the planet. This atmosphere will be like a ball or a what we can call plastic wrapper around the basketball or any new ball you buy, plastic cover will be there. So like the plastic cover which we call as wrapper, W-R-A-P-P-E-R, wrapper. Like that wrapper, how wrapper surrounds a new basketball or volleyball or a football, like that, or your cricket ball, cork ball or your glass ball you use. That balls are covered with, when they are new, they are covered with a wrapper, round plastic cover you see. Like that, how they are covering, the plastic cover is acting as a wrapper. Atmosphere is also surrounding the earth. It will be surrounding earth like that plastic wrapper. Got it? So, just I'm showing it now top only, but it will be surrounding the planet. Around the earth it will be existing. Got it? Now what happens to this evaporated thing? It is going into atmosphere. When it goes into atmosphere, what is happening? There exists some dust particles now. There exists, why is that? Where from we get the dust particles? Again in atmosphere we come across the same point. Where from these dust particles are there? The carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, what we are living from the earth, and also by industrial activity, mining activity, dust particles are going into the atmosphere, they form into dust particles. But when a big wind comes, air comes, it will lift. Tornadoes, you might have seen tornadoes. Got it? So, and you will be observing even sea spots also. What are sea spots? Sea spots are nothing but suddenly it is raining somewhere, it will be raining fishes, frogs, and so on. That is called sea spot. Why fishes? Where from the sky? Where fishes are from the sky? Fishes will be in oceans, seas, rivers, and so on. That means when a tornado occurs on a water body like ocean or sea, it will take with a great intensity. Tornadoes come. They will lift them. And again, after condensation happens in the atmosphere, they will be coming back in the form of precipitation when rain occurs. That's why we see in Thailand, they say that fishes, it was a rain of fishes. That is called sea spots. They are called sea spots. Got it? So, here you see now, these are going, this water drop gases, vapor going to the atmosphere. And it is collected by dust particles existing in the atmosphere. Dust particles existing in the atmosphere. You all have to understand when you are studying about climate, when you study about climate in coming class 10, you will be coming or you will be reading about climate in any newspaper or in a television channel if you are observing. You will come across a word called aerosols. A word called aerosols. What are these aerosols? Those aerosols are nothing but dust particles that exist in the atmosphere and also droplets of water. How droplets of water will be forming, I will explain right now. Just listen to me. Right. This gas ventilation, as we move to the higher areas, our altitude is increasing as the air is moving on, you think. What happens to the temperature is temperature decreases. Temperature decreases. When heat got disappeared, naturally this gaseous form of water will be turning into liquid form. There, the collection points, these dust particles will be acting as collection points here. These dust particles will be collecting this vapor coming from the oceans to atmosphere. And as atmosphere, when climate got cooled, temperature doesn't got cooled, each particle will be collecting certain quantity of vapor, giving birth to water droplets. Water droplets get formed here. Water droplets get formed. And these dust particles are nothing but the clouds. Do you think clouds are a solid form? No. Clouds are not solid form, no. They are a combination of gaseous form and also some dust particles collects the water vapor, which will be converting that dust particles into, with the help of that water vapor, they will be getting converted into water droplets. Got it? So that gaseous form included with the dust particles is called, water droplets is called cloud. Cloud is not a solid form, but it gaseous form. So now these droplets of water will be giving birth to clouds in atmosphere. Cloud 1, cloud 2, and so on. Got it? And these clouds will be propelled or pushed or made to move by air. Which air? The air coming from higher areas, upper circulation area, we call jet streams. 12,000 meters or 12 kilometers from the earth, you travel into the atmosphere. There comes a certain winds with good speed and with a certain times hot, certain times cool. They are called jet streams, upper air circulation, which are a part of upper air circulation. You will come across the same in detail in class 10, climate lesson, 4th lesson. They are called jet streams or vertical air currents. Got it, Nana? Vertical air currents. They will be coming from the higher areas to lower areas. They will be pushing these clouds one place from ocean to and towards land. They will be pushing these clouds which got formed here from ocean, over the oceans towards land. Not only there, not only jet streams, Nana, but also there are the winds which will be coming from land to sea. They are called land bridges, and sea to land, they are called sea bridges. And along with the jet streams, plus sea bridges and land plus land bridges will make these clouds to move. And when these dust particles are gathering that water vapor, gases thing coming from the oceans, when these dust particles are lying in the high, then as we are moving more high, temperature falls down and they will be coming into solid form, liquid gaseous form of water
at the lower level of the atmosphere got converted into liquid water droplets. And furthermore, the vapor is going on. As the temperature will be dropping down, there occurs that water, gaseous water will be converted into droplet of water, and droplet water will be converted into solid form. What is the solid form of water? It is ice or snow, snowflakes. It will be converting into snowflakes. This is called condensation. What? The water vapor after reaching atmosphere getting converted into water droplets or snowflakes or ice flakes. Flakes means a small drop-like things, a solid form of water, snow or ice. Then it is called condensation. Third activity. And water moving from ocean to land through atmosphere and in the form of clouds is called transportation. Able to understand? Water vapor moving from ocean to land. When it is moving, again it will come back to land. A land it is going to come back. So ocean water moving from oceans to land through atmosphere in the form of clouds is called transportation. Transported clouds are pushed by jet streams, land bridges, sea bridges. They are moving. Clouds are moving from over the top of the ocean. They are moving toward the areas where countries are there, states are there, different countries in the world, continents are there, forests are there. To that areas they are pushing. Got it, Nana? So this is the activity which is happening. 3 stages of that. One is evaporation, water getting converted to gaseous form and reaching the atmosphere, evaporation. And second one is it is turning into liquid form and a solid form, that is droplets of water with the help of dust particles. Dust particles are also called as aerosols. Aerosols, dust particles are water droplets that exist, or any liquid droplets that exist in the atmosphere, they are called aerosols. Dust particles or any liquid droplets that exist in the atmosphere are called aerosols. Got it now? So it will get converted into aerosols or snowflakes and so on. And this conversion, formation of these droplets and snowflakes is called condensation. Whereas this all happens in a certain form called clouds, and the clouds are pushed by the vertical air currents coming from the higher altitudes, and also from land bridges and sea bridges. That activity is called transportation. So 3 stages got completed today. Got it? Is the time got over? No. Now condensation. Let us come to the class. So condensation. Then after what happens? The 4th stage, precipitation. Water droplets, clouds are carrying water droplets and also snowflakes. Got it? So when these clouds get exposed to cool air coming from high-lying areas on the surface of the earth, like mountains, hills, but on the top of the mountains and hills, it will be cool, and that's why the air will be cool. Because as we move to the higher levels, what happens? The temperature falls down, and temperature falls down. That's why this is called normal lapse rate. Now, in your class 8, you might have learned normal lapse rate. For every move of something called 1000 meters into the atmosphere, 6 degrees fall will be there, or 132 meters you travel from the surface of the earth into next level towards the space, then 1 degree Celsius will be falling down. For every 1000 meters means 1 kilometer. As we move from the surface of the earth to the space, there will be falling of 6 degrees Celsius. It is called normal lapse rate. And best example is Tirumala is cooler than Tirupati. If you might have visited Tirumala holy place, Tirumala is cooler than Tirupati. Or any place which is lying on the mountains will be summer spot or cool places. We will opt
tourist places for in summer season to feel ourselves comfort, to experience less heat. That hill stations are best example of normal lapse rate. That is temperature falling down as we move to the higher altitude, not latitudes. Got it right? So here condensation happens. Condensed things, either maybe snowflakes or droplets, when they expose to the cool air coming from the hills and mountains, naturally the clouds will be shedding down. Clouds will be shedding down. These water droplets and that snowflakes and sleet. What is a sleet? This word is used in the textbook, sleet. Rain occurring along with the snowflakes. Rain occurring along with the snowflakes. Snowflakes is called sleet. It is called sleet. Rain occurring along with the snowflakes is called, or ice flakes is called sleet. So now precipitation happens in the form of rain, in the form of snowflakes, or dew, hail. When condensation is very much more, these flakes will turn into almost like a stone, ice stone. That ice stone are called hailstones. What they are called? Ice or snow stones are called. They will come when rainfall is heavy. They fall on the earth. Whatever do we say? So hailstones, dew, fog, mist. They all are the different types of precipitation that happens on the surface of the earth from atmosphere. Today we learned 4 stages. One, evaporation. Second is transportation. Third is condensation. Fourth is precipitation. And in the coming class, we will be learning about something more. And till then, bye. You will be getting notes tomorrow also, Nana. By that, I think we will conclude. If not, anything is left over. The other day, Friday also, you will be getting office. You might have observed, I am not giving much work to you. Almost if you write half an hour time, got it? That is sufficient enough time for you to write. I am not asking to spend all your break time. Just a half an hour I am asking to spend for social subject, and that's how you can complete your notes also, right? Is there any inconvenience with the writing of me? And I am not using the cursive handwriting in the notes, so that I have to write block letters so that you can understand well. I think you all are able to understand spellings and words perfectly without any confusion. Thank you, and thank you all for listening to me, Nana. And let us other students, not those who are sincere, who are not sincere, please. If you are not sincere, be at home and have. Use your time as you wish, but I don't feel happy. You are wasting time and trying to disturb others who are listening to the class. Right, see you in the coming class, coming Monday. If any chance is there this week, if anything is available, we'll meet again. Right? See you all till then. Have a happy time.